Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm a third year music student, and unfortunately last year I was mugged as I was walking through Hyde Park. So me and a couple of my friends had been on a night out, and afterwards we got a takeaway and decided to walk through Hyde Park as a shortcut to get home. There were three of us, and as we were walking through we were approached by someone who tried to act casual. They were asking us if we had a good night, where we'd been, but pretty much straight away we noticed that something was out of the ordinary. We were being approached by this guy who was trying to have a casual conversation, and it was 3:30 in the middle of the night in the park. And as we continued to walk and I kept looking at him, I noticed there was another guy lingering behind about a couple of meters away. And so we picked up our pace. We tried to get through the end of the park, which was near Royal Park School, and something it changed. I can't really remember what it was. It's a bit hazy, but I think he either made a grab for someone, but then something noticeably shifted, and I think it was very much the sense of danger was really apparent from then on. So after that, I shouted "run," and we all split off into different directions. And what I remember is I was being chased by someone towards the exit of the park, and then suddenly he hit me over the back and fell to the ground, and he dragged me down and then stood over me and got out a knife as well, and he said, "Give me all your stuff if you don't want to be stabbed." And so I got all my stuff out. So I was like, all your sense of kind of worth of your possessions goes out the window, because when it comes down to it, it's not worth, keeping hold of your phone if you're going to get stabbed. So gave him all my stuff, and he kept pushing me down and just trying to rough me up a bit. But anyway, when he got all the stuff, he cleared off, ran back to the direction which we came from. At this point, I didn't know what had happened to me mates, so I had to turn around and run back in the same direction as him, because obviously I didn't want to just leave me mates in the park, because I didn't know what was happening to them. And it was a horrible moment when I saw that they were both also getting mugged by two other men. So as I was running, the two guys ran off as well, and we made sure that we were all right and basically got out the park as fast as we could. The police were great with dealing with the case. A few weeks after the incident happened, they rang us to let us know that they'd arrested someone who they suspected mugged us, and he was eventually sentenced in court later that year, and he did go to prison, and also was made to pay damages as well. So it was a good outcome in the circumstances, but obviously the threat's still out there, and we've heard the stories since about people walking through the park, so it doesn't mean it's safe. Because there were three of us and we were all together or walking through the park, you just you think you'll be okay. We don't actually live that far away, and avoiding the park would have only added about 5 more minutes onto the journey, and I feel really stupid when I think about it like that. Since the incident happened, I obviously haven't walked through the park again at night, and I've told all my mates not to. I guess the only good thing to come out of it is that none of us were seriously harmed, and yet it's still serious enough to tell people not to walk through the park and for them to take that seriously. These are opportunist thieves who are obviously seeing students walking through the park late at night and think that it's easy pickings, basically. So the more people that avoid the park, the less the criminals are going to go in there, and you won't hopefully become a victim of robbery.